Hi and welcome to Reese's Mini Zoo. In this video is everything you will need to know about the falconry knot. I will talk you through the importance of the falconry knot and the equipment that is necessary in order to tie the knot, as well as a detailed step-by-step tutorial on how to tie the falconry knot. What equipment will you need to tie the knot? A falconry glove. These are usually made from tanned deerskin, which is otherwise known as buckskin. Buckskin is a strong material that protects the hand from the bird's talons, whilst also providing mobility to the hand and allowing the handler to feel the bird through the glove. A leash. A leash is a single strap with a large knot or button at the end. They are usually made from leather, rope or cord. A leash is used to secure the bird to a glove or a perch and is done so by tying a falconry knot. How to tie a falconry knot. Firstly, take the knotted end of the leash and hold it in between your middle and ring finger on your gloved hand. This part of the leash would usually be attached to the swivel. Next, take the end of the leash and thread it through the D-ring from the front. The D-ring is a thin metal ring that should be attached to the glove near your wrist. Now pull the leash all the way through, but ensure to leave a bit of slack to enable the bird to still move and readjust on the glove. To make these next steps a little less confusing, let's name each section of the leash. Section A and Section B. Section A is the shorter section of the leash that leads to the knot or button that is in between your middle and ring finger. Section B is the leash that you have just threaded through the D-ring and should be much longer than Section A. Section B should also have no knot or button at the end. Grip the top of Section B in between your index finger and your middle finger. Your fingers should now resemble the shape of a pair of scissors. Now place your thumb on top of Section A. This should create a loop in the leash, with Section A at the bottom of the loop and Section B at the top. Now hook your thumb on the back of Section B. And then turn your hand anti-clockwise until your palm faces the ground. Your loop should now be facing downwards. Using the leash that you should still have in between your index and middle finger, thread it through the loop that you have just created. Slightly pull the leash through to make another loop, but ensure you still have excess leash from Section B left over. Using the last section of your leash, thread it all the way through the loop that you have just created. The final step is to tighten the falconry knot. To do this, you will need to pull the excess leash until the knot is fully tightened. And that is how you tie your falconry knot. Now, let's go back and tie the knot one more time. Start with the knotted end of the leash in between your middle and ring finger. Thread the leash through the D-ring from the front. Pull the leash through. Ensure to still leave some slack on the leash. Remember, Section A of the leash is on the right hand side of the D-ring and should lead up to the fingers, and Section B is the leash that you have just thread through the D-ring. Grip the top of Section B in between your fingers. Place your thumb on top of Section A and this should now create a loop. Now hook your thumb around the top section of the loop. Flip your hand anti-clockwise so that your palm is facing the ground. Thread the leash that should still be in between your middle and index finger through the loop that you have just created. Pull the leash through until another loop is made, but ensure you still have excess leash left over. Thread the leash through the new loop and pull to tighten. Now that you know how we tie a falconry knot, now let me tell you why we need to tie a falconry knot. The falconry knot is one of the first things you will need to learn before handling any bird of prey. The knot is used to tether the bird securely to a perch or glove and prevents the bird from flying off. A falconry knot is also a quick release knot, which allows the handler to release the bird quickly with ease. A falconry glove should always be worn when handling any bird of prey. This is for both the safety of the handler and the bird. A bird of prey's feet are its main weapon and are a very good tool to help them capture and kill their prey. However, due to their extremely sharp talons, these feet pose great risk of injuring the handler if gloves are not worn.